Want to play hide and seek? Don't look. Ha! Ha! He's coming. Woof. Oh no, you found me. Oh, I missed you so much. Yes, I did. Okay. You got me. Best game ever, buddy.
There's a moment every dog owner knows, when you disappear behind a door, a couch, or even just step quietly out of the room, and suddenly your dog becomes a detective on a mission. Their ears perk up, their nose twitches, and their tail starts wagging so hard it shakes their whole body. It's in that instant you realize something simple yet magical. Dogs absolutely love hide and seek. But what most people don't realize is that this innocent, adorable game is actually unlocking something ancient, powerful, and deeply emotional inside your dog. Think about it for a second. The moment your dog starts searching for you, they're not just playing. They're activating instincts that go back tens of thousands of years. Instincts shaped long before there were comfy dog beds, squeaky toys, or treats shaped like little bones. The game you're playing today is connected to the survival skills of their ancestors. And by playing it with them, you're strengthening a bond that goes far beyond simple fun. You're tapping into the roots of who they are. Hide and seek is one of the rare games that blend three things dogs crave more than anything: mental challenge, emotional connection, and instinctive satisfaction. When your dog starts hunting for you, they're experiencing a miniature version of what their ancestors did in the wild, tracking, following trails, interpreting scents, and using their intelligence to solve a problem. To them, you're not just a person, they see you as their purpose. And when they finally find you, that explosion of joy, jumping, tail wagging, snorting, whining, and spinning, that reaction is pure instinctive triumph. But here's the part many owners never notice. Hide and seek also reveals how your dog truly sees you. Most people think dogs enjoy the game because it's exciting, but the real reason is much deeper. When a dog searches for you, they're acting out a behavior rooted in attachment and survival. In their minds, finding you isn't optional. It's necessary. It's their job. You're their pack, their home base, their anchor, and losing sight of you, even for a moment, activates the instinct to reunite. This is why even dogs who seem lazy or uninterested suddenly turn into detectives the moment you disappear. They're not just curious, they're driven. Their heart rate changes, their focus sharpens, their sense of smell becomes their compass. And the most fascinating part is that each dog has their own search pattern. Some follow your scent trail like a hound, others search rooms systematically. Some run around frantically, sniffing the air. All of these behaviors tell you something unique about their personality and instinctive tendencies. The game also reveals how emotionally dependent dogs are on their humans. When your dog finds you, they're not just relieved, they're celebrating. That moment of reunion triggers the same brain chemicals that bond puppies to their mothers. It's oxytocin, trust, and happiness all mixing together. That's why they wiggle, jump on you, and shower you with kisses. They're showing gratitude and emotional release. And if your dog ever talks to you during the game, little barks, play growls, snorts, or excited whines, that's communication. They're telling you, don't disappear again. But also, this is the best thing we've done all day. What's even more impressive is how this simple game can improve your dog's behavior. Every time they search for you, they're exercising their brain, strengthening their impulse control, and reinforcing the idea that paying attention to you leads to reward. This is why trainers use hide and seek as a bonding exercise. It improves recall, reduces anxiety, and builds confidence. So the next time you hide behind a couch, remember, you're not just playing. You're awakening instincts older than civilization, strengthening your bond, and giving your dog a chance to feel smart, capable, and deeply connected to you. And trust me, the more you understand what this game reveals about your dog's inner world, the more magical it becomes. To understand why hide and seek is so powerful for dogs, we need to go back in time, far before leashes, kibble, or backyard fences. Long before dogs became our best friends, their ancestors lived in tightly bonded packs where survival depended on teamwork, tracking, and staying close together. Losing a pack member wasn't just unsettling, it was dangerous. Every member had a role and every absence triggered an instinct. Find them. This instinct didn't vanish when wolves evolved into dogs. It transformed. Instead of tracking packmates through forests and snow, today's dogs track you through hallways, living rooms, and backyards. And when you play hide and seek, you are awakening something primal, the ancient drive to reconnect with the most important member of their world. You may not realize it, but when you hide, your dog switches into search mode. Their brain triggers the same mechanisms used for scent tracking in the wild. Their nose becomes the guide, their ears rotate like radars, and their mind begins to map out every possible place you could be. This shift is automatic. Dogs don't choose to follow instincts, they simply do. What's even more fascinating is the emotional layer behind this instinct. When a pack member went missing thousands of years ago, finding them wasn't just practical, it was comforting. Reunion meant safety. Today, your dog still feels that emotional relief when they find you. The joy you see isn't just excitement, it's the instinctive reassurance that their world is complete again. Most owners assume that dogs rely primarily on sight, but hide and seek proves otherwise. Dogs see the world through their noses. When they're searching for you, they're decoding layers of scent you can't even imagine. Every step you took, every door you brushed, every object you passed carries microscopic chemical signals. To a dog, this is like reading glowing fluorescent arrows pointing directly to you. And here's something even more astonishing. Dogs don't just detect your scent, they distinguish the emotional state attached to it. When you're stressed, happy, or excited, the chemicals you release change slightly. Your dog interprets these variations like emotional fingerprints. So when they're searching for you, they're not just following your trail, they're following how you feel. This is why the game feels different depending on the day. Some days your dog searches slowly and carefully, other days they barrel through the house like a tornado. They're responding not just to your location, but to your emotional energy. In a way, hide and seek becomes another form of communication between you, one that doesn't need words. Another instinct awakened by the game is the problem-solving instinct. In nature, canines constantly faced challenges, finding food, navigating terrain, interpreting scents. Dogs who were curious, persistent, and clever had higher chances of survival. Those traits still exist today. Hide and seek stimulates this ancient intelligence, giving your dog a chance to use their brain the way evolution intended. You can actually see this intelligence come alive the moment they pause, ears lifted, sniff the air, and make a sudden decision to dart toward a specific room. That's not random. That's instinctive reasoning. Analyzing clues, eliminating possibilities, and choosing the most likely path. It's brilliant. And every time your dog exercises this ability, they get mentally stronger, more confident, and less anxious. But perhaps the most revealing aspect is how your dog chooses to search for you. Some dogs follow a methodical grid pattern. Some rely on scent trails only. Others use a combination of sound, movement, or even memory of your habits. Each search method uncovers a piece of your dog's unique personality, how they think, how they prioritize information, and how deeply they're connected to you. This is why hide and seek isn't just a game, it's a window into your dog's inner world. You're not just hiding behind a door, you're watching ancient instincts ignite, intelligence spark, and emotional bonds deepen. And once you understand that, you'll never look at this simple game the same way again. When your dog finally discovers your hiding spot, whether you're tucked behind a curtain, crouched inside a closet, or barely holding back laughter behind the kitchen door, there's always that explosive moment of pure, overflowing joy. Their tail becomes a helicopter, their paws dance on the floor, and their entire body wiggles with a kind of happiness that seems too big to fit inside them. To most people, this moment is just cute, but for your dog, it's much more than that. It's emotional, it's instinctive, and it reveals exactly how deeply they're bonded to you. That reaction, those jumps, the licks, the frantic tail wags, is not just excitement, it's relief. It's the emotional release of a creature who, for a brief moment, thought their world was incomplete. Dogs don't perceive your hiding as a prank, they interpret it as separation. And separation, even short, activates the emotional circuitry connected to attachment. When they find you again, their brain floods with oxytocin, the same hormone that bonds puppies to their mothers. In that instant, you're not just their owner. You're their safe place, their anchor, their certainty. And this is one of the most beautiful things about dogs. They celebrate finding you as if it were the greatest success of their day, every single time. Even if the game only lasts a few seconds, the emotional reward they feel is immense. That's why this game has such a powerful impact on your relationship. It reinforces something essential. You disappear, and you return. And every time you return, your dog's trust grows deeper. What's fascinating is that your dog's emotional reaction can tell you a lot about their personality. Some dogs burst into joyful chaos, leaping, barking, zooming around you like they just won the lottery. Others lean into you softly with slow tail wags and gentle nudges, showing affection through calm reassurance. Some bring their favorite toy as an offering, a behavior rooted in ancient bonding rituals. Each reaction is a love language. Pay attention to the way your dog looks at you in that moment. Their eyes say everything. There's happiness, yes, but also pride. To them, they completed a mission. They succeeded in something meaningful. And when you praise them, when you laugh, pet them, or hug them, you're reinforcing that sense of accomplishment. That simple feedback strengthens their confidence. It tells them, you did it, you found me, you're important. But here's something even more impactful. Hide and seek helps reduce separation anxiety. When your dog repeatedly experiences the cycle of you go away, they search, they find you, their brain learns that disappearing doesn't equal abandonment. It teaches them resilience, independence, and trust in your return. For anxious dogs, this game can be transformative because it gives them controlled exposure to separation in a playful, safe way. It also enhances communication between you and your dog. Every sound you make, every change in scent, every tiny clue becomes part of their search strategy. They learn to read you more deeply. They learn how you move, where you like to hide, and how your scent trails shift through the environment. They're studying you, lovingly, instinctively, attentively. Hide and seek becomes an emotional conversation. You hide, they answer by finding you. And there's another hidden benefit. You become more interesting to your dog. When you hide, you're unpredictable, you're surprising, you're fun. You're not just a background figure, you're a source of challenge, enrichment, and joy. This makes your dog more attentive to you in daily life, more responsive, and more eager to interact. Trainers call this engagement. Dogs call it love. So the next time your dog races toward you after finally discovering your hiding spot, remember, you're witnessing instinct, intelligence, and emotion all blending together in one beautiful moment. You're seeing trust in action, you're seeing connection, and you're seeing a living being whose entire heart revolves around you. Hide and seek isn't just a game, it's a love story told through instinct. If there's one thing hide and seek teaches us, it's that dogs never stop choosing us, over and over again. Every time they look for you, every time they sniff the air, every time they run through the house following your invisible trail, they're expressing something profound. You matter to me. Finding you is my purpose. And this is one of the most touching truths about dogs. Their love isn't passive, it's active, it moves, it searches, it tries. Hide and seek may seem like a simple game, but for your dog it's the perfect combination of instinct, intelligence, and emotion. It engages their nose, challenges their mind, and warms their heart all at the same time. That's why this game can become one of the strongest ways to deepen your connection, because every round reinforces the cycle that defines your relationship. Trust, reunion, and joy. When your dog loses sight of you, even briefly, their internal world wakes up. They shift from relaxed companion to focused tracker in an instant. Their ears tilt forward, their nose sweeps the ground, and their mind kicks into high gear. They're not just playing, they're solving a puzzle with you at the center of it. And each clue they interpret, each scent trail they follow, strengthens the mental bond between you. But the magic of hide and seek isn't only in the search, it's in what happens afterward. When they find you, when their eyes light up with that unmistakable spark of triumph, they experience the emotional payoff of a creature fulfilling an instinctive need, to reunite with their family. You aren't just their human, you're their pack, their home, their constant, and the moment they reach you, their world feels whole again. This feeling of reconnection is powerful. Dogs are emotionally wired to stay close to the ones they love. Their ancestors slept pressed tightly together for warmth and safety. They traveled as a unit. They raised their young as a community. That instinct lives in your dog today. So when you hide and they find you, the joy you see is a glimpse into that ancient devotion. What's even more heartwarming is that hide and seek also reveals how much your dog trusts you. Dogs who feel secure, bonded, and confident with their humans are more eager to play the game. They know that even if you disappear, the reunion is coming. They know that finding you will bring joy, affection, and celebration. And that certainty, my human always comes back, becomes part of their emotional foundation. But this game also teaches you something. You learn how your dog thinks, how they navigate challenges, what strategies they use, where they look first, how persistent they are, how deeply they care about staying connected to you. Hide and seek becomes a mirror that reflects your dog's personality, instincts, and emotional needs. And here's the most beautiful part. Dogs don't care how silly you look when you hide behind a shower curtain or squeeze yourself between two chairs. They don't judge your hiding spots. They don't roll their eyes when you giggle and give yourself away. To them, the game is perfect because it's with you. They're not playing to win. They're playing to be close. They're playing for love. In a world where everything moves fast, notifications, deadlines, responsibilities, your dog reminds you of something simple and pure. Joy doesn't need to be complicated. Sometimes it looks like you hiding in a hallway and your dog sprinting toward you with their whole heart. Sometimes it sounds like happy snorts and paws tapping on the floor. Sometimes it's just the feeling of being found. Hide and seek shows you that your dog's instincts aren't just ancient. They're full of emotion. And those emotions revolve around one thing: you. The game reveals how much they value you, how tuned in they are to your presence, and how deeply rooted your bond really is. So the next time you step quietly behind a door, remember, your dog isn't just playing. They're celebrating the connection that makes their world feel safe, meaningful, and whole. And when they find you, let them feel that victory. Let them feel that love. Because in that simple moment, you're giving your dog exactly what their heart has always wanted: reassurance, connection, and pure, uncomplicated joy.